As we come into the next split of Season 13, I thought it would be a good idea to spread my knowledge to all the new and returning players. So what better way to share my knowledge than creating a solo queue guide? Alright, you might be thinking, why should we trust what this guy has to say? He looks like he's dog shit at the game. Well, joke's on you. I have actually hit bronze on multiple accounts, and I have played around 6,000 to 7,000 games in bronze. So I have seen and I have played in almost every situation possible. You can trust what I have to say. I've played against the best players in the world. I'm about top 70% of the ladder, which means, you know, I'm better than 30% of the player base, so you can trust me, alright? Now, if you're new to the game, things might look confusing and scary at first, but do not worry. As we're loading into Summoner's Rift, there are 5 different roles, alright? We have the pedophile role. It's where you prey on little children, and you probably use Twitter. Then we have the Giga Chad role, also known as the jungler. It is what you're watching me play right now. Then we have the mid laner role. It is probably an angsty dude who spends too much of his life playing the game. Usually they have the largest ego and they expect to solo 1v9 every game. Do they solo 1v9 every game? I would argue no, but some would argue yes. Then we have the AD carry role, paired with the support role in the bot lane. The AD carry role is the role that you get automatically when born if you do not have a father. They give it to you, the game will basically, it'll check your birth certificate and it'll find, well, this person does not have a father, so we'll put him into the bot lane. As for the support, it is probably an e-girl who sells her body online. Although they might sound like they wouldn't be good at video games, support players actually are quite decent, even if they are naked while playing the game. Actually, that is a thing that happened. There is literally a video of it. Support players, you might not expect them to be good, but they are. Those are the 5 main roles of the game. I just wanted to get over the basics of each role and how each role works. Now that we have gotten over all the 5 lanes, let's talk about items in League of Legends. There are many different items in League of Legends. I could make a video on each individual item. They are all useful and have different ways of being used for each different champion. You know, I'm not gonna really talk about the items. You can, if you want to know what to build on your champion, Riot Games already made that. It's called the recommended tab, you dumb shit. Just use the recommended tab. Don't actually, like, look at some weird guide, because it's probably wrong. Like, a lot of these YouTube guides that say, like, oh, you build this, it's like, they're all situational builds, and the game literally figures it out for you. So just use the recommended tab. I don't know why people use the cookie cutter build every game. They're building all crit against, like, a full armor team, and they wonder why they lose every game. Now, let's talk about the different statistics in League of Legends. You have attack damage, ability power, armor, magic resist, attack speed, movement speed, tenacity, crit chance, movement speed. I don't know, I've already said that. You know, there's a lot. You don't actually have to remember any of them because there's this beautiful thing called the recommended tab. Attack damage, you build on people that use attacks and deal damage. Ability power, you use on people that use ability and do power. Armor, you build on tanks. Magic resists, believe it or not, you also build that on tanks. Movement speed, you build out on everyone. It's called a boot. You should have a boot. By the end of the game, you should have boots, and if you don't have boots, who hurt you as a child? A lot of people, when they start the game, they don't know, like, what role is made for me. Well, basically, if you have a 20-inch wiener you fuck tons of bitches, and you're hella rich, you should be the jungler. Alright? The jungler is the perfect role for you. You'll solo 1v9 every game. You'll gain a ton of LP. Trust me. If you like the idea of little children, you should become a top laner. I'm sure you'd vibe pretty well with all of the personalities of each top lane champion.
My right arm is a lot stronger than my left arm.
And believe it or not, being a predator does give you like 10 overall extra in the top lane. Not really sure how it works. If you have lost your life a long time ago and your will to live is diminishing as we speak, the mid lane is the perfect role for you. Most games you'll have no control over and your team will int every game. So you have to play 500 games a season to get up like one division. Yes, that's the mid lane. If you have no life and you want to spend numerous hours playing a game that is kind of addicting but not really that fun, then the mid lane is your role. If your father has left you when you were a child, maybe your mother as well, the bot lane is the perfect role for you. You are allowed to int every single game. You are allowed to go 0-20. You are allowed to be a terrible human being. You are allowed to spam racial slurs in the chat. Everyone is just used to bot laners being terrible human beings. So, the bot lane role is for you. If you're racist, I recommend playing this one champion called Draven. He will fit your quota. If you are an e-girl who sells their body on the internet, let's say OnlyFans, The Hub, other websites that you can post naked photos of yourself, the support role is for you. Paired perfectly with the racist Draven player, the support who sells her body online will be the Lulu-chan that you've always dreamed of. They make a beautiful dynamic combo because, for some reason, I'm not sure why, women that sell their bodies on the internet also happen to be a little bit racist. Believe it or not, there have been many, many duos of the Lulu-chan support that sells her body online and the racist Draven main. And they have gained plenty of LP. Let's get on to the gameplay. So there are two objectives on the map. You have the Drake and you have the Rift Herald. Rift Herald spawns at, I don't know, like 8 minutes or something. And Dragon spawns at 5 minutes. Your main goal is to kill the dragons. The dragons give your team special buffs. Here, I'll try to find an image of it. These are all of the buffs you get for getting certain dragons. There you go. Pause the video and watch it. There, you've learned so much now. The Rift Herald is actually quite beautiful. It's basically you murder it, and then for some reason you get its baby, and then you're able to use its baby as slave labor, and it will suicide itself while going into a tower. It could sound a little bit like a tragic event that happened in American history in September, but the game devs refrained to say if that's what the intention was. The Rift Herald and the Drake are perfect for helping your team win the game. They provide special effects that can help you recall faster, that can help you win the game in 10 minutes. Now that we got over the objectives, we got over what role you're going to choose, and we got over the items, kind of ish, let's talk about the mentality. When you play this game, you're not going to win every game. Some people get this false hope that they're going to solo 1v9 and become challenger the first season they play the game because they're naturally gifted. Unfortunately, that is just not how it works, alright? Welcome to the real world. And ranks are not like normal ranks in normal games, alright? It's gonna take you like a whole year to get out of bronze and silver. That's just, we've all been there. We've all gone through that. Oh, you need to have a strong mentality. You need to be okay going to bed at night after your bot lane inted 6 games in a row. Tomorrow, maybe our bot lane won't int. Just FYI. they still will end. Their role in the game is really just to make your life a lot worse. So, if they're making your life better, you should honestly report them. Because that's unfair to the other team. Because the other team's bot laners are trying to lose the game and your team's trying to win the game. That's unfair to the other bot lane. All right, so you should report your bot laners if they're actually doing good, because that's rare and that's usually a bad sign. You have to have balls of steel. You need to have that Sigma grind set. All the e-girl supports that are getting like 1 billion likes every time they show their feet online. I mean, I respect that grind. All right, I respect that grind, and hey, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I like a photo or two of the feet because I'm a supportive guy. But you know, sometimes you gotta chill out. You gotta realize that the people that are liking your photos, they're like 10 years old. So maybe limit it down to like one post a week or something. Okay, chill out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you want to watch some more videos where I do a little bit of trolling, make sure to subscribe. I don't know how often I'll post, but so far it's about 1 video a week. Hope you guys can win some ranked games, or maybe just never play this game ever. If you're new to the game, maybe just never download it and you won't have to worry. Peace out, and see you later.